Hello everybody and welcome to the All-Star Game for Season 6. That's going to be held in Shea Stadium once we got there. No weekly MVPs for us. That's not uncommon. Sorry, it's going to be a longer intro than usual. There's the All-Star Game logo. Alright, let's see what the lineups look like. Paulie's going to be the starter. Tom is batting 6th. Let's take a look at the lineup, see what we've got to work with so I can have an idea how... Oh, Terry and Chief both made the roster. And Zap made it. Oh, good. I believe that means every single player on our roster, well, every single pitcher. Every single pitcher on our roster has been an all-star. I've got 2 non-squirrels on the all-star roster pitching staff. That's more than normal. Alright, well. Still going to be playing this by ear. Got a couple catchers, a couple... David Ortiz. All-star when he's not even been starting for the Cubs. So I'll probably use him as a pinch hitter. Alright, well, let's get it going here. So I got an idea of the lineup now. Haven't sat down and written anything out beforehand how I want to try to substitute, but we'll definitely do our best to get everybody in. There might be a couple pitchers that we miss, but I'll make sure it's one of our guys that doesn't make it, so... Because you guys see him plenty, our guys quite a bit. I'm so happy. Chief's never been an all-star before. Zap has never been an all-star before. Terry did make it one other year, I think. I did not expect Chief to make it. I mean, do I think he's one of the best third basemen? Yeah, I do. The way he hits doubles, and he hits for a very high average, but he's never made it before, and I don't know that he's done anything different to make it this year. But no complaints that he's on the roster. I guess it gives us all of the position players in the All-Star game. I'm sure I've seen that, I just had forgotten. Paulie on the mound, so as the starter, he'll get 2 innings. You see, he does have that ERA now. I'm sure that annoys him to no end. I think it was that last game before the All-Star break when he finally gave up a run. All right, Jose Reyes is going to start things off. He's with the Red Sox now. And he starts off with strike 1. This one is put into play right on the line behind third base. Very well placed ball. That'll be an easy double for Reyes. Okay, that's going to get a replay. So not super hard hit, but very well placed. And a leadoff double brings Joe Mauer to the plate of the Houston Astros. It's funny to see how the players move around in here. Mauer with an 0-2 count. He will pop this one up in behind second base. Derek Jeter of the Phillies makes the play. Chase Utley of the Rays at the plate now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Yeah, pitch down and away. Utley does not chase it. There's a swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. And fouled away. We'll try it again. Back to the knuckleball. Gets him to swing at one that bounces in for the second out of the inning. Alex Rodriguez, who has not moved, pops this one up, but it's going to make the seats behind home plate. Knuckleball back to Pauly. Pauly makes the play, gets it to first, and that will end the top of the first. A hit but no runs for the AL. David Wright is going to lead things off for the National League. Which I should mention here, I did not set the lineup. I'll be making the substitutions, but I mean everything else, that's all on the computer. Jason Verlander is going to be the All-Star starter. Apparently he's on Portland now. And he starts David Wright off with a strike. And David Wright of the Florida Marlins, who we just saw recently. Up the middle, that'll be a base hit, leadoff single. Ian Kinsler of the Phillies grounds this one through the left side of the infield. First two batters aboard. Albert Pujols to the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Another swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. Adam Dunn is going to hit cleanup. He will swing and miss at the first pitch. Curveball for strike 2. And a fastball for strike 3. That'll bring Ryan Braun to the plate, who has not moved from Milwaukee. Again, you guys all knew that because we've seen Milwaukee quite a bit so far this year. He has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Ground ball to short. Reyes will take care of that. Scoreless first inning, both teams with hits but no runs. Alfonso Soriano is going to start things off for the AL in the second inning. Soriano should be with the Tigers unless something's changed. There we go. Oh yeah, no, Pauly's good. We want him to go 2 innings. Almost took him out early. I think I might go straight to Zap and give him his all-star moment now in the third. Soriano with a 1-2 count. His pitch is up and out. It's 2-2. Bounces a pitch in. Soriano does not chase it. It's a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, Manny Ramirez. Still a Red Sox in this game. He will look at strike 1. Pitch misses up and in, makes it 1-1. There's a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Called strike 3 on a fastball at the knees. Paul Konerko also has stayed put in Chicago. Starts off with a pitch down and away. I do believe Konerko's made a few all-star teams during these 6 seasons. Has a 1-1 count. A swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end Pauly's day. He gets through 2 innings with no runs. We go to the bottom half of the inning where Tom is going to lead things off. So Tom, I think, has typically done okay in all-star games. There was one year, though, where he was terrible. He had 2 or 3 pass balls and didn't get any kind of hit at all. Just didn't have a good day. See how he does in this year's all-star game. He has a 2-2 count at the moment. It is still Verlander on the mound, although you probably realize that already. Tom with the line drive into left. That'll be a base hit. Leadoff man aboard, Andrew Jones to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Into center field, that'll get down for another base hit. Tom will stay at second. And that will bring Derek Jeter to the plate. I guess we're going to get a chance for David Ortiz early here. Jeter fouls the first pitch away. And this pitch misses inside. That'll make it 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ooh, ground ball. This could be a double play ball. They go to third instead. They do get Tom, but that's the only out they will get. Polly is not going to bat in the All-Star game. Let's go get David Ortiz. We've got extra first baseman here. All right, first pitch to Ortiz is called a strike. This will be Ortiz's only appearance here in this game. And he makes the best of it with, oh man, actually it almost, no runs score. They had to make sure it actually got down. It was a closer thing than I thought. One out, bases loaded. David Wright to the plate, looks at strike one. And he puts this into the right center gap. That's going to score at least two. And there it is, 2-0, National League. Runners on second and third. Still only the one out. Ian Kinsler back to the plate. And he will look at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two away, still two runners in scoring position for Albert Pujols. He will look at strike one. And this pitch is inside on a curveball. Comes back with another curveball, high hop, but it's foul. 1 and 2, two away, two in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll get Verlander out of the inning. But the NL does score 2 runs as we go into the third, and Carlos Lee will lead things off for the American League. All right, so let's go get Zap. He can make his All-Star debut, apparently. I was going to say apparently. I was going to say finally. All right, Carlos Lee, still an Astro. He will look at strike one. Ground ball to third, David Wright to first with it, and it is in time. One down. Verlander's going to get an at-bat here. He looks at strike one. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. And a little blooper towards third. Wright makes the catch. 2 down. Jose Reyes got a double in his first at bat, but then was stranded out there. Looks at strike one. This one is down and in. There's a called strike. Makes it 1-2. Popped up. David Wright's going to make all 3 plays in this inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Adam Dunn will lead things off. And Tom's going to get another at-bat before he goes out of the game here after the third inning. Adam Dunn looked at all of his pitches in his first at-bat, so he should probably feel thankful he's going to get another crack at it. Looks at strike one, though. Still has not swung the bat. Still has not swung the bat. He's got an 0-2 count. There, he finally swings, but he comes up empty. 1 down. Ryan Braun ground out in his first at-bat. Fouls this one straight back. This one fouled over by Tom. 0-2. Hits this one hard, but way foul. Called strike 3 on a changeup. 2 down, nobody on base. Tom already with the base hit. Was eventually forced out at third. No fault of his own. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Pitch up and in. It's 2-1. This one is called a strike. Makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the third inning. National League still leading 2-0. I'm going to have to make some mindful substitutions here. Get a better grasp of what we got. First of all the other guys are right-handed. Let's go with Graves for an inning. Out in the field, we'll put McCann in to catch. Okay, I've got an extra first baseman. So I'm going to play Homer and put Terry in. Same thing at third, although they have the right number of third baseman. Okay, I'll hold off on the outfielders and we'll use probably Hermida and Wynn as pinch hitters, as well as probably Travis Hafner. Oh, I don't have another shortstop. Well, you know what? Jeter just might get to play the whole game. That's not usually how that's going to work, but or second baseman. What the heck? Who put this roster together? Alright. Well. That's what we're going with. Alright, Joe Mauer at the plate, popped out in his first at-bat. And he will look at strike 1 here. There's a slider for strike 2. And another slider swung on and missed for strike 3. One away, Chase Utley struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike makes it 0-2. This pitch down and away. Comes back with a changeup that bounces in but gets Utley to chase. That's the second out of the inning. Alex Rodriguez ground out in his first at-bat. Graves has struck out both batters he's faced so far, trying to make it 3 for 3. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss. Graves strikes out all 3 batters that he faces. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning where Andrew Jones is going to lead things off, and we'll get another pinch hitter here. I guess it'll be Jeremy Hermida. Well, is the plan right now. The American League is going to put in Frankie Morales. Curtis Granderson will take over in center, and Hunter Pence will go out into right. All right, Andrew Jones got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Puts this one foul down in the left field seats. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, Derek Jeter ground out in his first at-bat. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. And this will be fouled away. Swing and a miss. Ow, ow, my toe. What the heck? Sorry, I just got a sharp pain out of nowhere. Ah, okay. Oof. So let's put Jeremy Hermida in to be a pinch hitter. I think it's Jeremy anyway. Okay. Formerly a Marlin, now a Rocky. That curveball bounces in. And then a line drive, but it's going to hook just foul. 1-1 the count. Pitch down and out. Swing and a miss. Makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 3. We'll go into the 5th inning, still a 2-0 game. The American League is going to start off with Hunter Pence. And yeah, let's go get one of the non-squirrels. We'll start off with Ryan Dempster. And at this half inning, that's the halfway point of the game, so we'll make new outfield at that point, and maybe a few other subs. Although a lot of those will probably wait till after the end of the 6th. Alright, so Hunter Pence starts off with a ground ball to short. Jeter doesn't have a play, though. So that'll bring Manny Ramirez to the plate. A runner on and nobody out. First pitch is high. There's a called strike. Ground ball. Dempster fields it himself. Took Kinsler a while to come cover second, so no double play. Konerko at the plate again. He struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. And that's going to be a line drive into center field. Ramirez stops at second, so runners on first and second. Curtis Granderson, an Oriole now, at the plate. And this pitch gets away from McCann. So that's going to move 2 runners into scoring position with only 1 out. And now Dempster is going to intentionally walk Granderson to load the bases. It is the pitcher spot up. And they're going to let Morales hit for some reason. We get a wild pitch anyway, so the AL gets its first run anyhow. This is turning into a bit of a disaster. Runners on second and third. That pitch is called a strike. Another called strike. This one just inside. 2-2. Here's a ground ball. It's not going to score anybody. Chief goes to first with it. 2 away. Still 2 on. Jose Reyes back to the plate for his third at-bat. I do believe he's 1 for 2. Don't think he got a hit in his last at-bat. Ground ball again to third, but it's kind of softly hit, and Chief can't get it there in time. The AL ties the game up. 2-2 with runners on the corners. Joe Mauer, another wild pitch. Not enough to score a run, but it does move a runner up into second. Now this is just turning into a mess for Ryan Dempster. Line drive right to Terry. Hard hit, but right to him. So now we've got a tie ball game. We're going to go to the second half of the game. Chief is going to lead things off for the National League. We are going... Well, hold on. I guess I'll have to sub for outfielders as they come up. Chief swings and misses at the first pitch. Should mention Morales stays in the game. This pitch is outside, catches the outside corner. Line drive up the middle. So Chief does well on his all-star debut. Big turn at first, though he does go back. That'll bring in Kinsler to the plate, who I think he and Jeter are lucking into playing the game. Chief decides to run, and he gets thrown out at second. A way to ruin his all-star debut. Little overeager on the bases. So Kinsler now with an out and the bases empty has a 1-1 count. Curveball I don't think has gone in for a strike a lot, but he does keep throwing it. That changeup misses the zone as well. It's a 3-1 count. There's a called strike. We got a full count. 1 away, bases empty. And fouled away. We'll try again. Called strike 3. 2 out. Terry at the plate. I want to say this is only his second All-Star game. I'm not sure he got a hit in his first one. I kind of feel like he didn't. And that ground ball's not going to do it either. That will end the inning. So we're going to go into the 6th inning. We got to make some defensive changes. First of all, a new pitcher. Let's go with Jonathan. Alright, Roberts can go into left. We'll have Casado play center, and Jim Edmonds will go into right. Okay. I think I'm good with that.
Your attention, please. Now coming out to pitch for the National League, number 1, Jonathan.
Alright, Chase Utley has struck out in both of his at-bats so far. And he will look at strike 1 here. Line drive up the middle. Leadoff man aboard. That will bring Alex Rodriguez back to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. First pitch is called a strike. Palm ball gets a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Does not get the call on that fastball. 1-2. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. There's the first out of the inning. Hunter Pence got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Check over on Utley. Pops this one up behind second, though, but it's well placed. Caicedo's not going to have a play. Runner going to third, and he will make it there. Runners on the corners for Manny Ramirez, who got a hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1 on a backdoor slider. Fastball at the knees for 0-2. And a ground ball. This could be a double. Oh, they go home with it instead. Not sure if that was the right play by Jeter, but it did save a run. Bases loaded for Paul Konerko. First pitch is called a strike. Infield fly rule. Terry waiting on this one. Jonathan 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Curtis Granderson ended up being intentionally walked in his last at-bat. Fouls this pitch away. And that slider misses the zone, I do believe low. Palm ball gets a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Fouled back, we'll try again. Fouled back again. Still 1-2. That slider is also fouled away, so Granderson really hanging tough up there. Fastball called strike 3. Granderson thought it was low, but we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dave Roberts is going to lead things off for the National League. We're still tied at 2. Morales still on the mound. Roberts fouls away the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. This one almost hits him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Jim Edmonds at the plate now. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. This one, will it make the ground? Yes, Rodriguez can't quite get there. Called strike 3, 2 away. Brian McCann with looks like probably going to be his only at-bat of the day. Looks at strike 1. This pitch is outside, probably low as well. 1-1. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Ground ball to second. Utley takes care of that, and we will go into the 7th inning. Still tied at 2. Pitcher spot due up for the AL. We will put in Frankie Rodriguez to pitch, and we'll also get Teixeira into first and Atkins in at third. And Buck behind the plate, and that'll leave us with a couple pinch hitters to get through the rest of the game. Did not realize Frankie Rodriguez was a Pirate now. We've played the Pirates quite a bit. But most of it was early, so I don't know. I don't know if he was a Pirate at the time or not. Maybe I knew that. I can't remember. Morales is going to get to hit again. First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball to third. Atkins will take care of that. Well, 1 down. Jose Reyes, 2 for 3 on the day. The first pitch is called a strike. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. Fouled away, and it will not be fouled by much, but still an 0-2 count. Ground ball, Jeter will end up fielding, and he doesn't get it there in time. That's going to be an infield hit. Joe Mauer, 0 for 3 on the day. See, Rodriguez checks over on first. This time he goes to the plate, and he gets strike 1. Follows it up with a changeup. He gets a swing and a miss. Reyes steals second, though, and stole it pretty easily. Buck with not the strongest arm, and Rodriguez slow to home. That was probably a good combination to steal on for somebody as quick as Reyes. Mauer strikes out looking, though, and Utley at the plate. Rodriguez 1 out away from getting out of this bit of a jam. Bounces in a curveball. This curveball called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Caicedo will lead things off on the other side. We're still tied at 2. And the AL is making a pitching change. Joel Zumaya. Oh, come on, quit fighting me, volume. There we go. Anyway, as I mentioned, Zumaya is going to take over on the mound. We've got Caicedo with his first at-bat at the plate. The pitch is down and in. And then another one too low. There's a called strike on a changeup to make it 2-1. Outside, we got a 3-1 count. And Caicedo will ground out to second. Derek Jeter, 0 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. Hits a line drive into right. That'll be his, I do believe, first hit of the day. I know I just said it and I've already blanked. All right, Travis Hafner's time to shine here. All right, he will look at strike 1. Pops this one up, Utley waiting on it. Chet Atkins, or Garrett Atkins, I keep saying Chet, I know it's not. Garrett Atkins, damn guitar player. 2 outs, runner on first. He has a 2-0 count. Line drive into center field. Jeter on his way to third, and he will make it there comfortably. Runners on the corners for Ian Kinsler. He looks at strike one. This pitch is outside. Line drive right to third, and that will end the inning. We go into the eighth, still tied at 2. A-Rod is due up for the American League. Guess we'll put in our last lefty in Gill.
Your attention, please. Now coming up to pitch for the National League, number 21,
All right, A-Rod is 0 for 3 today. Got a couple strikeouts. Ground out back in his first at-bat. Gill starts him off with the sinker, but it's out of the zone. And that's too low. Make it 2-0. Bounces in a curve, and Gill has yet to throw a strike. That sinker is called a strike. Makes it 3-1. And that's going to be the first walk of the day, I do believe. A-Rod a free pass to first. And we are going to get a pinch runner. Sean Figgins is going to come into pinch run, and he is quite the speed upgrade over A-Rod. First pitch to Pence is called a strike on a curveball. Another curveball called a strike, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss. Maybe just really didn't want to pitch to A-Rod. Manny Ramirez... Actually, I thought he had a hit. He does not. He did reach on a fielder's choice. And Jeter went home instead of taking the possible double play. Has a 1-2 count in this at-bat. Fouls this pitch away. We're still at 1-2. Sinker, too low. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Paul Konerko's 1 for 3 today. And first pitch is called a strike. Misses a bit outside. This one up the middle for a base hit. That's going to leave runners on the corner. Figgins makes it to third easily. Another pinch runner, Jimmy Rollins, is going to come in to run for Konerko. Curtis Granderson at the plate. He made it out. I don't remember how in his last at-bat. Intentionally walked before that. Has an 0-2 count here, and he will swing and miss at a curveball. And Gill gets out of the inning. We're still tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mark Teixeira will lead things off. And let's see, we're going to get Prince Fielder, apparently now of the Indians, is going to come on and play first base. So Rollins' day is done after a very brief pinch running appearance. Zamaya's still on the mound, and he'll get Teixeira to strike out swinging. Dave Roberts also struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. And I think he just put this one over the wall, right around the foul pole, 396 feet. And that will give the National League a 3-2 lead. Not who I expected to hit a home run for this team, but we will not argue at this point. I'll bring Jim Edmonds to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. And he hits one deep. Is it deep enough? It sure is. Back-to-back home runs. This one 367 feet. And the National League now with a 4-2 lead. All right, John Buck, rather. Do believe this is his first at-bat as he swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. And a ground ball to first. Fielder will step on the bag. Well, you know what? Now that we've got a lead, let's go ahead and get Randy Wynn into the game. Get him an at-bat. Although, watch now, we get back-to-back hits and need a pinch hitter. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. And fouled away. We'll try again. That pitch, not real close. 1-2. That changeup better, but still out of the zone. Makes it 2-2. Fouled away. Still 2-2. We got a full count. 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alright, apparently made the right call, letting Wynn take a crack at it. We go to the 9th inning. Pitcher spot due up first for the American League, but they're going to need 2 runs to stay alive. And they are going to pinch hit, as they should. For right now, it's going to be Hanley Ramirez, who is now a White Sox. And let's do it just like we would normally do it and go get Shibuya. He's supposed to be the premier closer now, so let's see if he can close it out. Hold on, just going to see who's... Oh, Ramirez will not stay in. Instead, they're going to go with Jorge Posada, who actually we can remember from the World Series last year that he's a Tiger. I'm just looking. Hermida, Gonzalez, and Stitch will not get in. Most likely. Alright, first pitch to Posada is called a strike. His fastball's too high. Makes it 1-1. This one high again. Posada not biting. Bounces it in. It's a 3-1 count. There's a called strike. We got a full count to lead off this inning. And Posada will get a base hit into center field. That will bring the tying run to the plate after Posada finally decides to go back to first. Jose Reyes is 3 for 4. Well, at least one of those is an infield hit. I don't remember what inning that was. Back to Shibuya. They get the out at second. That's the only out they get. So a speedy runner on first. Joe Mauer has not gotten a hit today. Oh, then a wild pitch. Not that that run matters that much, but it now is in scoring position. Swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Looks at a fastball. It's 1-2. This one fouled away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The American League down to their last out. Chase Utley at the plate. Runner on second. First pitch is called a strike. This one is too low. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. Ground ball to short. Jeter to first. And that is this year's All-Star Game. Your final score, American League 2, National League 4. That 2-run lead at the end thanks to back-to-back home runs from Dave Roberts and Jim Edmonds in the, what was that, 7th inning, or no, 8th inning. Oh, and Dave Roberts is going to be your All-Star MVP for hitting the go-ahead a homer. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we will be back on Friday with regular season action. We will see you then.